What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris Mann. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, June 29th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I'm a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very, very special guest that's on with me tonight. She has been a producer at several different stops. Amazon, Bronx on the 12, just to name a couple. She's now a line producer in the media field. Her name is Emma Zlotowitz. I hope I didn't butcher that, Emma, but if I did, I'm sorry. But she is amazing at what she does, and we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into journalism and media, and we're going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, I introduce you the wonderful, talented, and the beautiful Emma. Welcome to the podcast.
That was quite an intro. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you on, Emma. No doubt about it. I love it. And we're going to have some fun tonight. No
I'm
question
looking
with the
forward to
questions
it.
that I have lined up. Obviously, based upon our pre-recorded conversations, we're going to
Yeah,
have some
yeah.
fun.
I'm
Sure.
looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Now, my first question to you is the same as it always is with everybody that joins this thing, okay? And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into the media industry?
Well, getting into media is a little different from what I'm doing now. I got into media because my mom also works in media. She works in TV, and so I found what she did interesting. So I followed her path. I had some twists and turns in my career. I ended up taking a bit of an unconventional path, and that's why I
Okay.
ended up in journalism, specifically covering tech, finance, and business news, which I've been doing for the last few years.
I love it. I love it. Now, talk about that unconventional path because many people have been on my platform, right? And
Mhm.
some people do it conventionally, some people do it unconventionally, but everybody's story is unique and different. So I want you to talk about your unconventional path to this job that you have now. What are some of those trials and tribulations that you can share?
Sure. So prior to what I do now, I had worked across entertainment, in late night television, game shows, true crime, digital media. And then I experienced what unfortunately many people have experienced, which was unemployment. And I had a very long stretch of it. And that, I think, for a lot of people can cause a lot of mental health issues. But I think also you feel really lost. And I certainly felt a lack of purpose. And with that, you kind of have to take anything that comes along your way. And the opportunity came along was in business and tech finance and business news. I had no background in any of those things. I knew nothing about it, but I quickly became fascinated by it and passionate by it. And I realized that like these stories that I'm covering affect everyone, whether it's inflation, retirement, AI, or whatever company you work for, and that curiosity has turned into a career.
I love that. Now, did you grow up always wanting to be on like the media side or in that kind of producing type of thing because of your mom, or did you all have any other aspirations? Maybe like be a teacher or maybe be some a marine biologist or something crazy like that.
Um, I think when I was younger, I was a little bit lost, and I just didn't. I don't know if I didn't figure it out. It took me a really long time to figure it out. I think there are some people in high school or when they enter college, they sort of have a rough idea what they want to do, and I didn't. So I ended up just following my mom's path because it felt safe. But it took some time and a lot of different types of jobs. Again, from entertainment to true crime to e-commerce to now finance news to figure out what I want to do and how I want to contribute to society.
I love that. I love that. Now, I'm gonna assume, and I may be wrong, but I'm gonna assume you're from Pennsylvania.
No, I'm a born and bred New Yorker.
So you are a New Yorker. Okay, so
Born
let so
and
let me
bred.
So let me ask you this because we talked about it pre-record. You went to York College in Pennsylvania. I
Mm-hmm.
want to know, were there any other schools that you were considering going to? And if so, what were those schools? Or did you have York College as your number one choice?
Let me tell you, Chris, I was the world's worst student. I mean, I thought going to class was a suggestion. I didn't know people were going. I'm not like, to this day, I'm not 100% sure I passed the third grade. I was a terrible, terrible student. So I just got lucky getting into college. And I think that was part of the reason why I was lost, because I wasn't a good student. I just wanted to like go to the movies or read or go to a museum. I just had no direction.
Right.
So I think working became my education, truthfully, and just figuring out what I want to do, what I like, and what I'm good at.
So I like that. So pretty much you stumbled upon
I
your college.
stumbled and fumbled and flailed and failed. Yeah.
Got you. Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I totally understand that because I had a similar experience.
Oh, did
I
you?
Oh, no question. I wanted to be a math teacher at first because I was really good at math.
Okay.
And I was like, but I always loved sports, always enjoyed sports, right? So obviously you can tell from the hat. So I
Sure.
always loved sports. But I was like, I don't know what school to go to. And I grew up in San Diego. I grew up in
Oh,
California.
okay.
So I was like, okay, where should I go? And my mother moved to Georgia, so she moved us to Georgia. And then I was like, I really don't know where to go now. So
Right.
I stumbled upon first I wanted to go to UGA, but my grades were ass. They were
That's a
terrible.
hard school.
They were very hard school. Then
Yeah.
Georgia State could not get into there. So I was like,
Gotcha.
okay, we're striking out here. Where should I
Mm-hmm.
go? I found Kennesaw State University as my last option, and I stumbled upon that, and they accepted
There,
me. And I
there you
went
go.
there and graduated and got my undergrad, and now got my master's this past December. So, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
good. Yeah, it
That's
was good.
great.
But I had
Yeah.
some trials and tribulations, though. It took a while to get that because I'm in my 30s now. I'm not sure
So am
about
I.
you,
Me too. I'm
but so
34.
okay. So I was so we're around the same age.
Okay.
So basically, I had some trials and tribulations too. No
Yeah.
questions about it. But Kennesaw State, I stumbled upon that. It took me about 5.5 to 6 years. Cause I changed my major 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
wow.
I changed my major 3 times, and I wanted to do something with math at first, but then I said they told me to take calculus. I was like, hell no. Then I switched. I said, nope, we're pivoting from that. I
Yeah,
said, let's
yeah.
switch it off. Let's do something with sports. I said, okay, maybe broadcast management or sports management. And I said, okay, I like writing. I like writing a lot. I like talking to people. I like interviewing people. I like having conversations with people. So then
Yeah.
I switched it to journalism and emerging media, and that's where I got my undergrad in, and I got my master's in professional writing. So that's where my journalism career, boom, took off in 2017, pretty much, and now it's
Wow.
2026. So now I'm doing my thing now. So yeah, that's kind of a little background on myself. So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely, definitely stumbled upon some stuff for
But it's
sure.
funny because now it's like I was a terrible student, but once I fell into finance news, I just all of a sudden I became a star student and I was buying every book I could get off of Amazon. I was
Hmm.
running around the New York Stock Exchange asking people questions, meeting
Hmm.
with people. I just applied for a business journalism program, like a seminar program at Wharton. Like I really all of a sudden
Awesome.
became really passionate about this thing. And I think that's the hard part in high school or college. If you can't find your passion or if you don't have a mentor, it's hard to
Right.
figure out a direction for you to go, what direction to go in.
No, 1000% right, Emma. And I
Yeah.
think it also comes with maturity as well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
life for me has started to slow down a little bit. And what I mean by that is when you're young, sometimes you feel like you just never have enough time and you sped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
just going go, 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 go. You're on the go doing so much. And then you feel like you're just, oh my gosh, I never have enough time to do this, never have enough time to do that. But as you get
Totally.
older, you kind of realize, okay, you know what? I'm passionate about this. I know what I want to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I don't want to do. And you're just more
Yeah.
confident in making decisions.
Yeah.
Um,
Totally.
right? So
I agree
I
with
love
that.
it. I love that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you some favorite questions. And you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions, okay?
All right.
Okay, here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
I don't know how to cook. It's so frustrating. Everyone in my family can cook. I make toast and I use overpriced French butter. and I report on inflation every single week. But when I walk into a grocery store and buy butter, I pretend it doesn't exist. So that's what I
Wow,
cook. I make toast.
wow, Emma.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no judgment here. I don't even want to
There's
judge that.
that laugh was judgment, and it's
I know it
fine.
was. I'm trying not to, but when
That's
you said that with
fine.
such confidence, you said I
Listen,
make toast
I
with
make
overpriced butter. I love that.
overpriced French butter.
I love that. Mind you, I'm a huge taco person. I'm a huge steak person. So,
Well,
hey,
so am
anytime.
I. I just can't make them.
Oh, see, well, see, I got you.
Okay.
When I come down there to the city,
All
you
right.
let me. I got you. Say less.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Next question.
Yeah.
Favorite concert that you've ever attended?
When I was 16, I saw the Spice Girl reunion concert at Madison Square Garden. And as a
Yeah.
girl from the 90s, that was everything to me. So that was my favorite concert. But I've been lucky. I've also gotten to see like Paul McCartney, Billy Joel, Robert Plant, and those were big ones for me too. Oh, and I saw Taylor Swift. I did the Eras tour a couple of years ago. That was fun as well.
Now, mind you, who doesn't like the piano man Billy Joel? Everybody
Well,
loves Billy Joel.
as a Jewish girl from New York, by law, we have to. So,
Hello. I feel
hello.
you on that. Yes, hello. I feel you
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that. River of Dreams is one of my favorite jams of his, but he has some great songs for sure. Now
Yeah.
you mentioned Paul McCartney, which is obviously Beatles, but
Hmm.
him solo as well. Beatles, one of my favorite groups of all time.
Sure.
Taylor Swift. Funny story before I get into the next favorite. I went on a cruise about a year and a half ago during that Eras tour that they
Yeah.
were doing.
Uh-huh.
It was the final shows in U.S. and there were two girls that paid $1,700 a piece to go to the Eras tour that sat next
What?
to me. The whole flight was singing Taylor Swift songs on my way to Miami
You were
because
on
we're
one
about.
of those flights.
I was.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
y'all are crazy as hell paying that much money to go see Taylor Swift.
Well,
They was
so
like,
for
no.
me, my friend called me. She was going to London. It was like a Thursday. She's like, "You should just come to London and buy a ticket." I go, "Oh, okay." And I flew the next day out to London for 36 hours to go see her, and then I turned around and went home.
Wow, Emma,
So,
that's some goat type of stuff right there.
right.
It,
And
it
I'm not
really,
even like, I wouldn't even call myself a Swiftie. It was just a fun thing to do.
right. It's something different. It's once in a lifetime type of thing, right? So I
Sure.
totally understand that. That's awesome. Okay. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Favorite place I ever traveled to? Um, I go to Paris a lot. I really love Paris. I went to Italy
Oh,
last year. That was a really special trip. My goal is to go to Japan later this year, so we're gonna manifest that. I
okay.
don't know. I went to Germany a few years ago, and that was just like I was there for a week, and it was just like just an incredible trip. The food, the people, the art, the culture. It was just really interesting to me. So it was really exciting.
Yeah, Italy is definitely on my list of places that I would love to go, for sure.
Yep.
Jamaica would be my favorite place though that I've been to.
Oh,
Jamaica.
yep.
Yes, love Jamaica. Went there on the cruise. That was one of the stops on the cruise.
Okay.
And it was just amazing. The food, the jerk chicken, the rice, the people,
Sure.
the scenery, everything was great. It was extremely hot, but it was
I
great. But
would
I
imagine.
I definitely want to go to Paris though. I am very
Yeah.
intrigued. So I may have to get
Highly
some
recommend.
recommendations for you for sure.
That I can do. That I can
Okay.
do.
I appreciate it, no doubt. Now, mentioned this before, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I
Yeah.
am a sports person.
Right.
I'm going to give you a two-part sports question. I know you're not
Oh,
much of a sports person, but here's a two-part sports question. Here we
all
go.
right. Let's hear it.
Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Okay. I hate watching sports on TV. I'm so sorry. By the way, my dad is a diehard Yankees fan. Like, I grew up going to Yankee games. I'm going tomorrow night. I will be reading at the game. I'm not paying attention. Like,
Oh
this
my
is where
God.
we're at. I do like going to the US Open, though. I like watching
Okay.
tennis live. That I
Okay.
enjoy. But,
Okay.
like everyone else in New York a couple weeks ago that pretended to be a Knicks fan for 72 hours, I had no idea they were even playing. This is where we're at. I didn't know they
Okay.
were playing. I Apparently the World Cup is still happening. Couldn't tell you
Oh
one
my
thing
God.
about it. That's where
Emma.
we're at. I'm not paying
Okay.
attention to this stuff. Never.
look, Emma. So now that we have been face to face instead of
Yeah,
just virtually meeting,
sure.
well, I'm gonna have to convert you on some of these sports. I'm not saying all. I'm not. I'm not. Listen, I'm not even gonna take the book out of your hand if you want to go and read. Okay,
Right.
but anytime I come to the city, which
Yeah.
I do come to the city about 2, 3 times because there's a lot of sporting events. Matter of fact,
A lot
I
of
don't know if
sporting
you're in
events.
New York City right now. I'm not sure if you're there
Mhm.
now,
Mhm.
but Fanatics Fest. I'm sure you haven't heard of it, but Fanatics Fest is a 4-day event. It's a lot of sporting
Yikes.
events. There's a lot of sporting people, but also entertainment people show up to it. It's a big time event where there's a lot of memorabilia that goes there. A lot of sports TV shows go there. Kevin Hart will be there.
Oh, I
Tom
think I
Brady.
have heard of this. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm covering it. I'm media. I'm media and
Oh,
I'm
all right.
covering the event.
When is
So
it?
it's July 16th to the 19th. So like I
Oh, it's
said,
coming up.
so if you're there and I'm there, let's do something. Let's link up.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
like
I'll throw
we'll
on
have
a
to do that.
Yankees hat. That I'll do, but I'm not, I'm a terrible sports fan.
I know it.
I'm a terrible sport.
And that's okay. Listen, I'm not going to convert you the first time I see you.
Okay. Cool.
That's just not going to happen. I have very low expectations here. But at the
Yeah, make them
same
lower.
time,
Yeah.
listen, I that's a great weekend because the Yankees are in town. They're actually hosting the world champions, the world champion Dodgers. I mean, that is a great series of a game to go to. So, like I said, just keep that in the back of your mind. We'll
All
talk.
right.
We'll talk
Okay.
offline.
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk.
Next,
Yeah.
last of the favorites. Okay,
Sure.
I need to know this because I am going to be coming in town. Even though
Mhm.
I've been to New York City a few times, but just
Mhm.
not. I haven't had the chance to roam around the city because each time I've came is for business or work or to visit a family member really quick.
Got you.
What is your favorite place to go out and eat at?
Cocoa duck.
Oh,
Korean fried chicken.
Cocoa Duck.
Yeah, Korean fried chicken. They give you
Hmm.
like 2 buckets of fried chicken and a lot of sides. It's incredible.
Okay, now
Um,
mind you,
highly recommend.
so I'm getting my Airbnb there. Probably next week. I'm gonna
Okay.
get that. I'm gonna be there for about 5 days, 4 nights, and
Hmm.
I definitely am going to be hitting you up for some places because I need to have some places to go.
That's my skill. I have a spreadsheet. I can tell you every restaurant to go to, and it is a God given talent. I can get a reservation anywhere. So hit me up. I'll help you out.
Okay, say less. I'm with you
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Okay, awesome. Now
Hmm.
I want to know, being in, as you said, finance and tech. Now I want to know some of your day-to-day operations. As you know, as a journalist, no 2 days are ever the same, right?
Yeah.
Especially as a freelancer, because we're
Hmm.
always covering something different. I'm making calls, I'm pitching stories. Sometimes they get rejected, sometimes they get
Yeah.
accepted, right?
Yeah.
But even when I was working in the networks and the publications, they would always be different. I can just imagine for you, you're producing different stories all the time. How many
Hmm.
stories do you produce a day? What is your time like? Do you start in the morning? Is the regular work shift, or are you working irregular hours? Because journalists work all through the nights and all different kinds of times. So tell me what your day-to-day operations is as a line producer.
Sure. So I cover financial news at Schwab Network. So we do about 8 to 9 hours of live financial news coverage before the
Wow.
market opens, when the market opens, after the market closes.
Hmm.
So I can't tell you how many stories I cover a day because it's a lot. I don't even know how to guess. But my day starts before we're even on air. I'm reading the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Bloomberg, Barron's. I'm going through newsletters, earning reports, the economic calendar, sort of just to figure out what likely is going to move the markets that day. And then
Okay.
my job becomes editorial. So, what's actually important today, what matters, what's I have to go deeper than the headlines. And so once I've established those priorities, I'm talking to and booking economists, CEOs, investors, analysts, and reporters to build our coverage for a full day of live television.
Wow. Now, when would you say your day starts, and when would you say your day typically ends?
So, uh, my day, well, I start early. So I'm up at 5:30. and I'm
Oh
at the
my
gym at 6. And so I'm starting by 7 to read through what's going on during the day. Um, but yeah, and then I keep it moving. The markets close at 4. So things start to slow down between 4 and 5, but I'm still checking things throughout the day, checking, what's going on in China and what's going on, in Iran right now and things like that. But I really try to keep it like between the markets when it opens and when it closes.
Got you, got you.
I
Have
try
you
to have a
ever?
heart out for myself.
I know that's right. You got to. It's definitely do. It's hard for us, people in media, because even when we're off, we're not off. If that even makes
Yeah,
any sense to you,
seriously.
right?
Seriously, yeah. Because I'm
So,
getting emails and texts all day and all night. Can you book this person? Can we cancel this? Can we move that? So it's really nonstop. But again, I find it very rewarding and fulfilling. So it's kind of worth
for
it.
sure. For sure, right? This is what we love to do,
Yeah, yeah.
as journalists, as people in media, right? And I know for
Totally.
sports people, for people that will watch this, yeah, even when you're off of sports, sports is nights and weekends, so you're
Yeah.
predominantly working a afternoon to late in the evening type of shift. If you're working for networks or publications, and even as a freelancer, you're covering all different kinds of events. I just came off of covering the NHL draft, which was up here in Buffalo. And mind you, we're covering it for about 7 hours, talking to different athletes and stuff like that. But you're working evenings to late into the weekend,
Yeah.
late into the night. And I didn't get off Friday till about 1:30, almost 2 in the morning.
I've been
So,
there. Yeah.
as you know about that, right? But
I've
that's
done
that's
a
the life.
midnight to 9 a.m. shift. So I've been
Hello.
there. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So for people that definitely want to get in this industry, it is very fulfilling, but you also have to know that some sacrifice comes with it. And speaking of that sacrifice, I want to get into this next question, which is about mental health and work-life balance. And the reason
Sure.
why I put sacrifice into that is because sometimes companies do sacrifice people's mental health
Yeah.
and work life balance for, the bottom line, or basically they don't prioritize the individual's mental health or work life balance. Now, I've
Hmm.
seen people leave this industry for both of those reasons, mental health
Same.
and work life balance. In
Totally.
my opinion, Emma, I don't think that you can have a balance,
Mm-mm.
a 50-50 balance with this, because everybody's balance is different. Everybody can manage things differently. Everybody can handle stresses differently. I want to know, the question is to you, how do you keep your mental health strong but still have that work life balance? Because Emma, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you, but I think your friends and family feel the same way about you. But you
Let's
feel,
hope. Thank you.
but also, I think that you're very passionate about what you do. So how do you have a balance without getting burnt out or overwhelmed at your job?
Yeah, well, so with work life, I'm going to split those up for a second. So for work life balance, I don't think it's about choosing life over work. I think most people want meaningful work. I think the challenge is making sure your work doesn't become your entire identity. I
Sure.
think that's something I've had to learn. I think one thing I appreciate about market news is that there is a natural rhythm. So the market opens, it closes, and it sort of gives me permission to step away and enjoy the rest of my day. And so with mental health, I think we've become much more willing to talk about mental health, and I think that's a
Yeah.
good thing. At the same time, I don't think we should expect meaningful work to be easy. Good careers are challenging. The
Right.
hardest period, and for me, and I mentioned it a little earlier, the hardest period for my mental health wasn't when I was working hard. It was when I was unemployed. I mean, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I isolated myself because so much of my identity was tied to my career. And so looking back, I mean, I realized I needed structure, which is why I had to start going to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning and
Right.
applying for jobs, but finding other ways to find fulfillment and get my day going. I think for mental health, a really good thing for people who are feeling burnt out is to build routines. I think a routine helped me get through a really difficult period. It also taught me that your career is important, but it can't be the only thing that defines you.
I like that. I really like that answer. I do. And you gave great answers so far in this
Oh, good.
conversation.
Thank
But
you.
that answer is great. The building routines is something that I definitely take a lot of pride in. And structure,
Yeah.
I'm a very uh for lack of a better term, anal person when it
Hmm.
comes to scheduling. I like to schedule things way out in advance. That's
Me
why
too.
as you know, with us linking up, I scheduled at least 3 weeks out in advance.
You did. I was
Um,
impressed.
Yeah, and that's typically what I like to do because with sports, you get sports schedules way in advance. So you kind of know what, as far as, the organizations, the NFL, NBA, they do schedule releases. Now they do big time
Hmm.
schedule releases on TV. You know when the games are going to happen.
Right.
And then you know when the practices are going to happen if you're allowed to go, and also with high school sports or college
Hmm.
sports. So I have no choice but to really do that. Plus, if I want a life and want to be social, want to take a vacation, or want to do
Yeah.
that, I got to schedule that too. So it's important to have that routine and that structure and be able to say, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do, and that's fine. I
Well,
like.
can I
Go
throw
ahead.
that question back to you though? Because I feel like I've done hard news, like I did News 12 Bronx Brooklyn, and I covered local news and politics, and so that was really hard news. I was covering pretty sad stories a lot, and then I do financial news, which can be hard depending on how the markets are doing. I think there's like a misconception that sports news is always fun.
Right.
But I have to imagine you go through, who cares if a team wins or lose? You go through hard days and hard times. I'm curious how you work through that.
Oh, for sure. A great question. You definitely have hard news stories in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they may be human interest stories where they're feature stories where you might meet somebody going through something.
Right.
Then you interview them and you realize that, wow, even though what you're going through personally, you may be battling something, there's always somebody out there that's doing a little bit worse, which
Mm.
is unfortunate, right? But in our job as journalists, we want to be the pillars in our community. We want to be informative and let those stories out because those
Yeah.
stories may help someone. There's times where, yes, the reason why I deviated from news is because of what you just said, Emma, is that it is hard news. It's hard to analyze someone's grief when it comes to someone dying or a house burning, someone being shot, or something
Yeah.
tragic happening, like sticking a microphone in somebody's face trying to get the 411, right?
Mm.
Everybody deals with grief differently. So you just don't know when is it an appropriate time to do that. But at
Totally.
the same time, with sports, yeah, you do have a winner and a loser. But when you talk about high school sports and you see high school girls crying, knowing that this their last chance of being in the locker room together, because you
Yeah.
know that the seniors are going to walk away and the team's going to look different next year, that's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard when you work so hard and you understand that yes, there's a 50-50 dynamic where you could win or lose when you step on this court, this field, or
Yeah.
whatever it may be, but it's still hard
Yeah.
because you're a competitor, you're a battle, and you want to battle with your sisters and your brothers and your teammates. So the way that I deal with it is I show empathy because that's something that many people say, well, you have a job to do. Yeah, we definitely have a job to do. There's no question about that. But you're still a human being at the
Yeah.
end of
For
the day.
sure. For
End of the
sure.
day, you're still a human being. So you got to show empathy and be understanding and understand that these are feelings that are raw. These are feelings that are real. These are
Hmm.
feelings that can't be ignored.
Yep.
And yeah, you do take it home with you at times. I
Yeah.
mean, many people on here on my platform, and I've done over 450 plus episodes, and I get it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
Whoa.
there's many people that have said, "Well, I don't take it home with me. You have to separate yourself from it." And listen, to each his own. Kudos to
Yeah.
you, no question. But for me, and my emotions and how I am,
Yeah.
I know it would be pretty hard for me to separate it. It would be pretty hard for me to stick a microphone in somebody's face showing grief. It would be pretty hard for me not to be empathetic because
Right.
I was in those shoes. I played sport.
Sure.
I
Sure.
know, especially on a high school level. I understand those tears. I understand losing in the championship. I understand
Yeah.
losing in the playoffs when it comes to the boys crying and the girls crying. Yes.
Yeah.
And you're a coach and you got to stand in front of your team and have that speech. That's tough
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. I also
Yeah.
think like for a news station it might be a story, but for someone else it's their life. Their house just
Without
got burnt
question.
down. Their store just got robbed. So I do think empathy is really important. We want to report the news, but
Mhm.
I do think empathy is unfortunately underrated.
Absolutely. And it bleeds into what you just said about the misconception, right? Misconception of not just sports always being fun, but the misconception of that people have it made. Oh well, people, oh man, she must have it made, he must have it made, that handsome guy or that beautiful girl in front of the camera, or
Mm-hmm.
that person's they're producing shows, and they have control because the producer is the controller pretty much of the show. Is how it goes, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes a village for us to do what we do. Like we
Absolutely.
love to do what we do, but it's not without help. It's not without assist.
Right.
It's also not without hard work. And again, that word sacrifice. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that, especially people that graduate from college, the young 20-year-olds that I see, I'm like, man, it's great that you want to join this industry, but understand you can't half-ass this. You can't have
No.
one foot in and one foot out. You got to be able to know what to expect, the A side and the B side. And the B side is you're going to miss celebrations with your family. You're going to miss time with your friends. You may have to relocate to a city that you have no idea where that city is or never even visited before. You're going to
Sure.
work holidays. You're going to work long hours. You're going to get a lot more no's than you'll ever get yeses. Now,
It's a lot
if
of
you
rejection.
right, if you can deal with that, then this is going to be a great industry for you. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't, that's okay too. But you have to understand what you're getting yourself into, and a lot
Yeah.
of graduates do not.
I think a lot of people also when you watch TV and you see like the Jake Tappers of the world, you're
Yeah,
like, oh, this is journalism and it's sexy and it's fun and he's traveling
right.
and he's doing. It's like, well, he started at like a local news station answering
Yeah.
phones. Like
Hmm.
he did the unglamorous thing and he worked his way up.
No question.
And I think I don't know if it's a generational thing, but I find that a lot of people they're burnt out by the idea of working their way up and like earning their stripes. I
Hmm.
think, I
Hmm.
started as an intern and I was a PA and I did
Yep.
all the things and I worked my way. I think some people want to like step like they go from like maybe being the executive producer of their college TV station and they assume that the next day they're going to get hired as an executive producer
Right.
on like the Today Show, and it just doesn't work that way. And I think people need to start appreciating hard work and just earning your keep.
I love that. I love that you said that, Emma, and that's perfect. You're absolutely right because there is a lot of kids that I've spoken to on here as well that want to
Mm-hmm.
do journalism that says, I'm a director or I'm just an executive producer from
Yeah.
a college, and I'm like, that's great. That's a great experience to get. But understand, once you graduate, it's just like when you move up grades, you go right
Yeah.
back down to the bottom, right? When you're in fifth grade, you go right back down to the bottom when you get to sixth grade because now you're
Mm-hmm.
entering a new school. And same thing when you're a
Right.
freshman in high school. Those seniors look at you as little ones. So
Right.
my thing is to always encourage them to be like, okay, listen, be hungry to learn, be hungry to start at the bottom. Just because you see somebody else doing what you're doing as far as or doing what Jake Tepper is doing, for example,
Mm-hmm.
understand his journey.
Yeah.
Understand their journey and also understand that your journey is not going to be the same. It's going to be different.
Right. Right.
So,
I think that's definitely a lesson I learned just from again going into financial news
hmm
is to pivoting and changing directions is not failure. I think so many
hmm
people are like, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to study this thing, and I'm going to get this job. Well, I
hmm
did that. I ended up working in late night television at 22, 23, which is what I thought my goal was, and I was
right.
unhappy. And so
hmm
I pivoted, and I feel that because I took the unbeaten path and I ended up where I am now, I feel much more successful, much more challenged, and much more fulfilled. So I always encourage people like pivot. If it's not working, just take a hard right and see what happens.
Absolutely, which blends into a great segue to this next question, which is advice. What is some advice that you would give, either a male or female that wants to be a line producer or wants to be in the media industry like we are?
I feel like a general advice is like don't build your identity entirely around your job because I've been there. I was scared to say no to anything, so I said yes to everything. And then
Mm,
all of a sudden, I was working midnight to 9 a.m. and then went to another job and then did another shift and wasn't stopping. And so work hard, totally, but like protect your relationships, protect your health, and protect your interests outside of work. I think careers, I know better than anyone, careers are unpredictable. And so
Hmm.
if your entire sense of self depends on your title, you're setting yourself up for a difficult time whenever that title changes.
I love that. I do. I really do love that. And it's very, people will say, well, that's easy to say. Yeah, it is easy to say, but it's also easy to, in my mind, to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because when you do graduate from college,
Hmm.
understand that yes, companies are going to be fresh, they're going to be looking for you, but you have to, and people always say yes to everything. I say yes to the most important thing.
I
I don't
totally
say yes to
agree.
everything. I don't say yes to everything. I say yes to the most important thing. Because
I totally
understand,
agree.
you have to understand that burnout is real. You say yes all the
Yes.
time, they will keep coming back to you to the point where you say yes, 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 and then you'll get burnt out. You do
Totally.
need to say yes to some things because some things is a great opportunity for you to learn and grow.
Hmm.
But you also need that me time too. And if you don't have that me time, if you don't take your appropriate days off, if you don't do the things that you need to do to step away actually from
Hmm.
the media. Like I love sports, Emma, with all my heart, but I don't want to be talking about sports 24/7. Like I'm much more than just sports. I like
Right.
musicals. I
Hmm.
also like going to the gym. I like music a lot. I like poetry. I like different things. And I'm sure you like
Yeah.
different things than just producing in media and,
Yeah.
finance and tech. I'm sure, but you said reading was one of your things that you love to do. So, absolutely. I think you just have to have those kind of,
Yeah.
things in your life to be able to separate yourself so you won't get burnt out, for sure.
Totally. I totally agree with that.
I love that. Now, we have reached the portion of my podcast that we're going to play my interactive game, Emma, and it's called
Okay.
This or That.
Okay.
Okay? It's a game that I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you are
Okay.
going to choose this or that. So, Emma, are you ready?
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather go in, sit down, and eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse for those rolls and cinnamon butter.
Girl,
I don't
you
even
are
know
on
what a
point.
Longhorns is.
Girl, you are on point like a period. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love it. We are vibing right now. Okay, here
All
we go.
right.
Let's keep it going.
All right.
Out of these two flavors, which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Neither. Buffalo.
How you gonna add an option C, Emma?
No,
It's
I
this
can't
or
do
that.
that. You're in Buffalo. How can you ask that? Do you go to
I
Duff's or Anchor Bar? This or that? Duff's or Anchor
okay.
Bar?
Okay, so I would say, for the sake of this, I would say Anchor Bar.
Really? Oh, I loved Duff's. My sister went to school in Buffalo. I loved Duff's.
I like
Wow.
ducks too. I do. I like ducks too, but I gotta pick one. I gotta
Wow,
pick
you
one.
said Anchor Bar. That's so interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
definitely
I
like that.
can't do barbecue or lemon. I'm Buffalo all the way.
Okay, so I like buffalo too, by the way. I do. Now, let me ask you: do you like your wings wet or dry?
What? Right?
Why did you say it? Why did you say it like you surprised from
I
the
just
answer?
never thought of it like that. I just I had to think about what you meant for a second. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
That's
want
no.
sauce. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want them very, very crispy with sauce and blue cheese.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
different. I
Yeah.
feel that.
Is that
Now, do
different?
you like
I
your
feel like that's very
yeah, look?
normal.
Well, Emma. Okay, we'll come back to that.
All
Do
right,
you
we're
like
gonna circle
do you like
back.
your? Yeah, we'll come back to that. Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Okay, so you like to get a little messy, is what I'm thinking.
Truly a disgusting eater. Yes.
I love it. No, that's the only way to do it. I
It's
do.
the
That
only
that's
way.
that's
If we're all gonna commit, we're all gonna commit.
that's beautiful. The only thing that I'm like, Emma, what the hell is the blue cheese? Where what?
What do you mean with the wing? I can't do
Yeah.
ranch. I find ranch disgusting.
No,
You
I
got
don't do ranch. I'm a
you
half and
have
half
to.
person.
What do you mean?
So if I get buffalo sauce on the wings, I just do
Yeah.
buffalo sauce. But if I don't get buffalo sauce, because I like it wet, I like with a lot of sauce on it. But if I
Right.
don't get like the buffalo sauce, I get the half and half. So I'll get like barbecue and lemon pepper combined, or I'll get garlic parmesan combined. Like I'll do that.
No, you do like buffalo wings with a side of blue cheese dressing. It's the best.
You know, you would be a perfect person to go out and eat with. You know why? Because I wouldn't even
Right.
steal none. I would never. I'm not stealing none of your stuff. You would have all your stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way you'll
I'm
run out of anything.
no, I'm a great eater and I'm a good
That's
partner to
awesome.
eat with.
I love that. I love that. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. I got 5 questions here. These next 5 questions have to
Okay.
do with music concerts you
Okay.
rather attend. Now, if I said, Emma, do you listen to all genres of music or do you listen to one specific genre of music? You would say what?
All genres.
Okay, we're going to test that theory. So here we
Okay.
go. The
Okay.
first concert is out of these two artists, which one would you rather see?
Okay.
Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce, I've seen her twice. It's the best.
Yeah, she's amazing. No doubt
It's the
about that.
best. Puts on a
Okay.
show.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, here's the next one. Out of these two artists, which artist would you rather see? Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Mm,
Usher.
okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on
All
that. We're 2 for 2. Let's see if we
right.
can make it 3 for 3.
All right.
With these two artists, which artist would you rather see in person? Would you rather see Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs?
Luke Combs.
We are 3 for 3, girl. Okay, you got
Yeah,
some great
yeah.
taste in music. You got some great
Well,
taste.
I only know one song by Luke Combs, and Morgan Wallen I know is an insane human. So
Yeah,
we're just
he a little different. He a little
yeah,
different. No
he's a
question.
little he's a little different. That's a nice
I-
way to say it.
I'm trying. I'm trying to
That's how
be.
I know you're not from New York because that's
Mhm.
not what I was thinking.
I know. I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't.
We'll keep it PG. We'll keep it PG.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, the next concert out of these two artists, which one would you rather see in person? Would you rather see Lil Wayne or J. Cole?
Lil Wayne. That seems fun.
Mm,
Am I
okay.
wrong? Was that the wrong answer?
No. It just seems like you don't know much of Lil Wayne.
I don't know much of J. Cole. That was actually it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you. I
yeah.
got you. Okay, say less. I got you. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
you
yeah,
some
yeah.
good songs. He's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
I have Spotify, so game on.
I got you. I'll just give you a list. I'll give you a
I
list of
love
songs
it. I love a
to download.
playlist. Let's
Okay,
do it.
let's
Great.
do it. Last one of the
Yeah.
concert. Which concert would you rather go see? Kendrick Lamar or Drake? You just smiled.
That's. I have so many thoughts on that. Wow. Well, I have seen Drake live, and it was before he was really Drake. So this was like 16 years ago. I'm gonna just say Kendrick Lamar,
Oh, good, because
but
that's the
I
only
have
damn
so
answer you're
many thoughts.
supposed to say.
Male celebrities feuding is truly the most embarrassing thing. Like nobody cares. No one's invested in the two of them feuding. It's embarrassing. I
I
was like,
just appreciated the music, the songs that they went
right,
back and forth with. I appreciate that.
right, but Kendrick is the better musician. I mean, he's like Shakespeare for like rap and hip hop. It's pretty
No
amazing.
question. No
Yeah,
question. So obviously you got good taste. Obviously I
yeah,
rock with you, so no doubt. So here
we
we go.
love it.
We're gonna
Okay.
go back to sports. Okay,
Oh,
hypothetical sports. Here we
okay.
go.
Okay.
Which sport would you rather watch on TV if it was on your television? Basketball or football?
Oh God. Um, can I ask? Do I have to actively pay attention? Like, can I be on Pinterest?
Girl, you could be reading a book. You could
Okay,
do that.
then that's what I normally do. I'm gonna say football because I would actually like to go to a basketball game. I have no interest in football. Like, my knowledge of football is Taylor Swift.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
okay,
Okay.
so yeah, I'll watch football, but I'm not gonna watch football.
But well, you already made me smile because you said that you would rather go to a basketball game. So
I'd like to go
at
to a
least there's
basketball
hope.
game.
At least
Yeah,
there's
that I would
hope.
do. That I would do.
So I'm totally fine with that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. Which sport of these two
yeah.
would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Badminton. I think
Okay,
there's something addictive.
are you a good bowler?
No, you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be good at bowling, mini golf, and karaoke. You're not supposed to be good at those things. That's the fun of
Oh,
it.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not good at bowling or mini
Or
golf?
or karaoke. You're not supposed to be good at those things. We're all collectively supposed to be bad at them. That's what makes it fun.
I think the karaoke, I'm with you 10,000%. Because first of
Yeah.
all, you just don't know every damn song. You just put on a random
Or you
song,
just
you
can't
sing it.
sing.
Right, right. You know what I mean? So, but with the mini golf, I mean, it's mini golf. Like, how can you be terrible at that? Like, you can't be great, but you can't be terrible either, unless you
Yeah, you
hit the ball in
can.
the water.
We're all supposed to be bad at mini golf. And we're
Oh
all
my
supposed to be
goodness!
bad at bowling. I mean, Fred Flintstone is the only bowler I know.
Wow. Well, yabba dabba do, I guess.
Exactly.
I guess. I guess we'll rock with that. Okay. Do you
Okay.
like desserts?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, Emma, is I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have
Okay.
to choose one of these categories to get rid of that you would never eat again.
Okay.
Here we
Go.
go. The first category is ice cream.
Ice cream.
The second category is cookies.
Cookies.
The third category is grouped together. So there's pies slash cakes.
Okay.
The last category is candy. Which one are you getting rid of?
I'll get rid of cookies. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you, Emma, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? You will say what?
Coffee.
Say what?
Coffee. Why? Was that
Oh,
wrong?
oh my goodness.
I
Emma, we
actually
gonna
like coffee chip with like a lot of hot fudge on it.
Yep, you would definitely be the perfect person to eat with because we will get polar damn opposite meals. There's
Wait, what
no
was the
question.
answer? Why?
Well,
What's your
okay,
favorite flavor?
my cookies and cream.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah,
See,
that's
that's what I'm
not.
saying. That's why you'd be perfect because there'd be more cookies and cream for me. It'd be more coffee for you.
Oh, God, I could never do cookies and cream.
What?
Oh, I can't do it. I don't like that. I don't like cookie dough. I don't like, ugh, I don't like any of that. Cake
Okay.
batter. Like, you can't eat that.
See,
That's gross.
that's what I'm saying. You would be absolutely perfect.
Oh, good. Yeah,
You would be perfect because I would not get coffee and you would not get cookies and cream.
I
That's for sure.
certainly wouldn't. All
I
right,
love it.
noted.
I
Okay.
love that. I love that. It's awesome. Now, do
Okay.
you like potato chips?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so same format. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna name four brands. You got to choose one of these brands to get rid of. So here we go.
Okay. Okay.
The first brand is Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
The second brand is Pringles.
Mm-hmm.
The third brand is Ruffles. The last brand is Lay's. Which one are you getting rid of?
I would really get rid of all but Lay's. Doritos. I was not a Dorito kid growing up, so I don't care about
I
them.
rocked with you on that. Now, if you and I walked into a grocery store together and I said,
Yeah.
Emma, go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip to eat, you would buy what?
I don't know the brand, but it's like just a kettle cooked chip, and I don't care if it's barbecue or salt and vinegar. But I don't know Was it? Is it called Hal's?
Oh
I
my
think that might.
gosh.
What did I
Oh,
say?
oh
What? Do you,
Jesus.
why? What would you do?
Okay, so before I tell you what I would do, Emma, okay,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I am loving about you right now. Like I love the long hair, I love the beauty that you possess, I love the fact you work hard. But Lord have mercy, your goddamn food choices is something to behold. It
I have
really is.
never heard anyone talk about my food choices like this. This is crazy.
This is wild. Let me tell you what you just did, okay?
Okay.
So you picked the two of the three worst chips ever made. I'm gonna just say that right
No, no, no. I
now.
stand by this. 10 toes down.
Yeah, listen, as you should, okay? But I'm gonna tell you why before I
Oh
tell you what I
God.
would do, okay?
Okay.
So you said kettle chips. Those are the third worst chips ever made, and the
No, they're
reason
the
why
best.
I don't know about that, but the reason why they said that I said it's third worst is because I had them with a cheeseburger in a restaurant one time. They did not have fries. They didn't have tater tots. They had kettle chips. Okay. And the kettle chips was barbecue, and they were some of the worst chips ever. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done with
Well,
kettle
first of
chips.
all, what burger place doesn't have fries? So that's
Hello.
on you. That's on you. I don't want
Well,
chips with a burger either. That's
I'm saying,
illegal.
listen,
But
I'm gonna tell you like this. I did not know they didn't have it until I literally came in there. I was looking at the menu, and I was like, maybe, maybe I could substitute it. Maybe I could substitute it for something. And they said no substitute. We don't make fries. I was getting ready to walk out, but
you don't
unfortunately,
make
I was with
fries?
we don't make fries in the restaurant. They literally said that. I know what the place is called too. It's called 507 Tavern. You horrible damn restaurant. They did not they did not make fries.
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, neither have I. So, but I was in a group, and I did not want to walk out. So that would have
I
been
would
bad.
have rioted.
I damn near
Yeah,
did.
I don't blame you there. You're not supposed to have chips with a burger. You got to try them again. They're delicious.
So that's the third worst. Now then, you had the audacity to say salt and vinegar.
I love the
I
salt
was
and
like,
vinegar chip.
Lord have mercy. I
That's
can
very
only
British
eat.
of me.
That is, to be honest with you, that
And
is. But
apparently,
that's okay.
their chips in London, like the vinegar is like perfect for the chip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love
I
salt
ate
and
3 of
vinegar.
those, and I felt like my mouth was like burning. I felt like I felt like it was on fire.
What?
Like not like hot, like hot sauce. I just felt like the vinegar. The vinegar was
I'm
just
like,
mm-mm.
wow.
Yeah. So
Do you
the
not
salt
like
and vinegar.
vinegary things in general?
I somewhat. I can deal with vinegar. It's the salt combination of salt and vinegar
Wow.
is
Okay.
what. Now I told you
Yeah.
that. Now here's the chip that I would get. I would get
Oh, yeah.
Ruffles. Number one.
Interesting. Okay.
And the reason why I would get Ruffles is because two of my favorite chips are the barbecue Ruffles and also the sour cream and cheddar Ruffles.
No,
Those
that's insanity.
you don't
That's
like sour cream and cheddar?
no, that's not happening. You also have to understand, like, I work in a newsroom, so I
Mm.
don't want to be the person who has sour cream and cheddar breath everywhere. So I have to be very mindful of what I'm eating and who I'm talking
Now,
to.
now, mind you, this is true, very true. So I have to
So
keep I have to keep Listerine on me, which I really do.
yeah,
I keep Listerine packs on me when I do eat
I
those.
have the
Now,
Listerine strips with me at all times.
hello, I'm with you
Yeah,
on that.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
right. I agree with you on that. The
Okay,
breath is very important because I interview a lot of people doing sports, and I do not want to
sure.
have cheddary
Yeah,
chips breath
sure,
like that for
totally.
sure. But it's apparently very obvious that we will be perfect like people to eat with because you
We're
would
not
have your
sharing.
meal. No, we're
There's
not sharing.
we're not
We're
sharing.
not sharing,
We're
which is
not
fine.
sharing. Yeah, you
That's
stay on
totally
your
fine.
side, I stay on mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And listen, and we will still have a great conversation. That
Still
would be
have a
awesome.
great conversation. Sure.
I would love that. That's awesome. You did very well for this or that. You were very decisive.
Good.
Very
Oh, good.
decisive.
Thank you. I try
So
to
you did
be. I
well.
think it's important as a producer to be decisive.
Yes, it is. No question about that. I'd use that in my life skills as well, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the next question is called bucket list. Let's see how
Okay.
decisive you are here because I want you to speak these into fruition. This is the top
Okay.
4 list I want you to do.
Okay.
Give me a top 4 list of stories or events that you would like to produce that you haven't done yet in your career.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's sort of hard because I work in doing financial news.
Mhm.
It's like I'm covering the things I want to cover. I'm covering the Fed minutes. I'm covering jobs reports. I'm covering the SpaceX IPO. So I feel pretty good about that. I think, though, I would love an opportunity to be able to, like, travel for the job. Whether,
There we go.
a
I
lot
was
of
just
things
about to
happen
go
in,
there.
right, like China or London or Sydney, like big financial hubs. I think it would be really interesting to travel and experience and report from financial news from these places.
Okay, so would you want to do any like conventions? Maybe like
Yeah,
finance type of conventions or stuff like that.
like tech events.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. that would be very exciting for me.
Okay, okay, because I
Yeah.
mean they happen all around, and obviously
They,
you're in the media mecca, so I would think New
yeah.
York City would definitely have some.
Yeah, but I want to be out of New York City. I want to go to other places and, see how they're reporting and thinking about the stock
Hmm.
market and IPOs. And, I want to have those conversations. That would be very exciting for me.
Have you ever thought about maybe doing something on the red carpet? I think you would be amazing on the red carpet.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I used to work in entertainment news,
Hmm.
but I have left that world behind. So no, like being on camera and that's like I like working behind the scenes and making other people look good.
That's where I was going. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to
I've
that
done
because
on
most
camera work, but I really
like
like putting other people on camera who are significantly smarter than me and reporting the news and sharing their perspectives. I that's very exciting and fulfilling to me.
and that's common, to be honest with you. Most producers that I've had on this platform of my podcast, they say they want to
Mhm.
be behind the scenes, or they said they've already been in front of the camera, so they don't particularly want to be in front of the camera anymore, which is
Mhm.
great. That's awesome. Like, I'm very happy that you definitely want to produce. So you talked about going overseas, possibly doing something. You talked about going to tech shows
Mhm.
as well. Give me a couple of more things that you might want to do in your career.
Well, I mentioned one earlier. It's that I applied. I went from being a bad student to now applying for a business journalism
Hmm.
program,
Hmm.
and that would it wouldn't advance my career, but it would help inform certain things and just help me be better at what I do. So I'm
Sure.
very much hoping that that comes to fruition because that would be very meaningful and very exciting to me. So that's something I really want to do.
Would
Um,
would you
yeah,
be interested in teaching tech, in teaching
no.
producing?
Teaching, producing, maybe.
Okay.
I've never considered teaching, so I'm gonna say right now no, but
Hmm.
TBD.
I'm about to say because I could certainly see you in the classroom. I really could.
It's funny because once again, I was a bad student. I didn't know going. I thought going to class was just a suggestion. I was like very confused that people were doing it.
Right. And
Yeah,
mind you,
right.
I certainly was like the party animal in college, so I totally
Right,
understand.
right.
Yes,
I was funneling beers and ripping bong hits. I was not going
I
to
love that.
class.
I
Yeah,
love that.
we've
Yeah.
grown up since, but
Yes, we
yeah.
have a little bit for sure. For sure. I love that. No, I mentioned that because I'm a sub teacher now, so that's what I do on the side.
Are you?
Yes, so I
Oh,
sub.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I sub from kindergarten all the way. I could sub kindergarten to 12. I subbed in a couple different districts. I'll probably add a couple of districts this next upcoming year.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how, I definitely do that as well, as far as also doing sports around locally, but also doing it nationally as well. So
That's
definitely being
great.
able to, yeah, I love doing that for sure. But also love to travel. I love to travel. I'm going to a couple of different conventions as well. I don't know if you've heard of NABJ, NAHJ. I'm not sure if you heard those organizations, but one is Hispanic journalists. Even though I'm not Hispanic, I was formally invited to go to that. So that'll be in New
Okay.
Orleans. And then NABJ, which I am a member of, that's in Atlanta, Georgia. That's in
Mm-hmm.
August. So I'll be going
Great.
to that as well. So yes,
Oh,
definitely a
fun.
traveling kind of summer for me for sure, no question.
You're going to like two of the hottest places in the summer too.
Yes,
like that's
yeah,
that's great. No, and it's a great place to like network and learn. So yes, when those opportunities come up, you go.
right, no doubt, no doubt. So
Yeah.
I want to know. We talked about advice,
Yeah.
right? Advice you would give, but I want to know what is some advice that someone gave you, Emma, that you hold on dearly to.
Um well, I moved into this industry and I was really lucky that people were willing to help.
Yeah,
Um I think a really good lesson was really something I've always struggled with. So it sounds trivial, but it was like to ask questions. And for a
okay,
really long time, I didn't like to ask questions because for whatever reason, um, asking for help, I thought it was a sign of weakness. And
right,
so I just made the decision not to know things instead of just asking. And so when I pivoted into finance news and I was in a newsroom, I was at the stock exchange, I was wherever, I just went up to everyone and talked to everyone about everything. And I was shocked how willing people were to stop for 5-10 minutes and talk to me, and how often I got contact numbers and had meetings, how often, still to this day, I do, I call them house calls, and I have companies call me, and I'll go in the morning at the start of my day to their office and meet them for coffee, and get to know them and get to know their business. And I'll, again, ask questions. And so it's silly advice, but it was very beneficial to not be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, no, it's great advice. It really is. That's the whole part of getting it started, right? A lot of people
Hmm.
just don't know how to actually do the reaching out or what questions to ask
Yeah.
or be afraid to approach people, right?
Yeah.
Because you just, when you never know how people will react to you.
Right. And I think people, I mean, I certainly thought like asking questions, it meant I didn't know, and that's a bad sign. It's like, it's
Right,
just asking a question. It's okay.
right,
It's okay.
right. Also, fun fact before I get to
Okay.
the next question. So you mentioned coffee, which is
Yes.
your favorite ice cream to eat, but also coffee to drink. In my 30, I would say 5+ years of living, I've never had coffee.
That is so crazy to me.
I know, I know.
What
I
do you
knew
drink
you.
in the mornings? Like tea?
So, so I just actually had tea for the first time a couple years ago. Yeah. And so typically what I do, I'll drink either water in the morning or if I have to get up in the morning and, because typically I'm gonna go or I'm sleeping through the mornings because my day doesn't get started like that. For sports. Now, if I'm getting up to substitute, I got to be up early in the morning. I
Okay.
typically work at 7:30 to 3:30. I get a glass of grape juice, or apple
Grape
juice.
juice. Got you.
Grape juice or apple juice for sure. I'm a
Got you.
huge apple juice advocate, huge into
Sure.
that. That's
Sure.
something I love for sure. But yes, I've never had coffee, in my life.
Oh.
I've never had it.
And you have no
And
interest in having it?
no, it's not that. It's just I don't know what to buy. Everybody drinks so many different ways of coffee. Like some
Well,
people
that's
like,
true.
you know what I mean? So you just never know what is the right flavor to drink. I mean, is it Maxwell House blend? Is it
Oh,
Starbucks?
yeah,
Is it
you really, well, no, you
Folgers?
don't want Starbucks. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a challenge. I've been a lifelong coffee drinker. I mean, my body is 80% iced latte. I am a serial coffee drinker. And if you ever make it to Paris, greatest coffee, you gotta have it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm a big time coffee drinker.
okay. Well, I know you're an early riser too, and breakfast
Yes.
is probably my favorite meal of the day, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. So like I said, I'm definitely looking for some breakfast spots. So listen, if I when or not if, but when I do come down there, show me a breakfast spot, and I'll probably have some coffee with you. How about that?
Okay. That would be tremendous.
It'd be the first time. I was literally the first time I've ever tried coffee. It really would. So
Wow.
yes, yeah, for
That's
sure.
like a lot of pressure, but oh yeah. Let's get you a coffee. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, here we go. I love that. Now, I want to do some rapid fire with you. Okay.
Okay.
A little different from this or that. Okay. A little different from this or that. But before I do the rapid fire with you, I want to ask these two bonus questions. The first
Okay.
question that I'm going to ask you is about street meat. And the reason why I want to ask you about it is because are you someone that's an advocate for street meat or are you not an advocate for street meat? Being a
Sure, why
native
not?
New Yorker.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So I have had many New Yorkers on this platform. Okay. I'm going to say at least 15. At least
Okay.
15 of these episodes have been native New Yorkers. I asked all native New Yorkers that question. And the reason why I have, because it's been predominantly no, they do not advocate for street meat. And I'm like, why? But you guys are native New Yorkers because, well, that's a touristy thing. Is it a touristy thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But who
Okay.
cares? Enjoy
Okay.
it.
Do you get
Halal
the
food is
white sauce
halal
on it?
food.
Do
Do
you
I
get the
get
white
what?
sauce? Do you get the white sauce on it?
Yeah, I do. I do whatever I'm told to do. I literally say do it your way, but I haven't had like I haven't had like street meat or like cart like halal in a really long time, but now that kind of sounds delicious. That might
So
happen this week now. You might have
so
inspired something.
I love it. That's what I do. I aim to please, aim to inspire. So my thing is this: the first time I ever came to New York City was on
Yeah.
the megabus. Was on a megabus. Okay,
Woof.
being very transparent here. And it was back many moons ago. I went there and I was like, okay, I got off, and this guy had a little cart on the side. It was
Yeah.
about one something, almost 2 in the morning, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want some of this street meat?" Now, mind you, I just told you it's my first time in New York City. I'm from the
Sure.
South. We ain't never heard no street meat stuff like that. So I'm like, is that code for something? Like, what the hell is he talking about?
It
Like,
could be. I mean, in fairness, it could be.
right. So I'm like, nah, brother, I don't, I'm good. I don't want none of your street, none of your meat. I don't want none of that. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep walking. He's like, no, no, man, I got to whip it up over here. I'm like, brother, you don't have no skillet. What are you cooking on? Like, I don't know what you fixing this street meat on. Like, I see you got drinks though. Let me get a Sprite. Cause he was gonna keep asking me. So I was like, let me just buy something from him so he can leave me the hell alone. So I got a Sprite from him. My boy, who I was going to my boy who I was going to see on the trip, his
Hmm.
name is Chris too, but I call him Titus. He took me down and he said, "Hey man, you got to try to street me with the white sauce on it." I was like, "Sure, okay, cool, I'll try it." But hey man, somebody offered me street meat last night. He's like, "Nah, nah, nah, man. This is in the daytime. It's safe. There's a lot
Two
of
in the
people around."
morning is a little sketch.
Right, it's a little bit, right? So I tried it and I fell in love with it. So best believe my 4 days there, or I should say 5 days there, I'm definitely gonna get some street meat for
There's
sure.
like a known truck in Queens. I have to find the name for you, but that's like they're like an award-winning truck for halal street meat, and you might have better luck there.
Got you. Say less. I'm
Yeah,
with you
yeah.
on that.
I gotta
Now,
find the name of it.
now the next bonus question that I got for you here
Yes.
is I wanted to ask you was about the Javits Center. Have you ever
Okay.
been to the Javits Center before?
Yeah.
So that's where the event is going to be at. And I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to yeah, so it's gonna be there. So I
I was
wanted
right
you
in
to
that
kind of
area yesterday.
I want you to fill me in on like how is that area? Because that's the area I'll be in for 4 consecutive days.
Oh, so that's Hudson Yards, and they've really built it up. So it used to kind of be like a nothing area, but now it's a buzzy, very busy area now.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Like I
Yeah.
said, my Airbnb is close as well. I don't know if it's close because my Airbnb is actually in Newark. It's
But
actually in Newark.
that's in New Jersey. We're in a
Yeah, it's a
different
little different.
state.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a little distance for sure.
yeah, yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. That's the one I was looking at, but I haven't booked it yet. I might be booking one a little bit closer, who knows?
Okay.
But the price for that one, I was like, dang, that price
Well,
is
yeah, because it's Newark.
right. You know what I mean? So that
But
price
I'm
could
sure. I mean, because the airport's there, I'm sure it's actually a pretty easy commute, and like, I'm sure you'll be fine.
right. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. But I've never been to Newark, so I didn't know the distance between that. I only
Right,
been to
right.
like 34th and 11th and 12th. I've been to some of the
Yeah.
mom and pop shops. I've been to
Sure.
Jamaica Queens and stuff like that in New York.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
you know what I
Got
mean?
you. Yeah.
So, but with that being said, we are going to start rapid fire. The first thing that comes to your mind based upon these questions. So here we go.
Okay.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Yep, me too. Chicken or ribs?
Chicken.
Okay. Juice or soda?
Soda.
Okay. Favorite color?
Purple.
Okay. Favorite Netflix TV show or television series?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh God, what is my favorite? It has to be a Netflix show.
No, it could be a show on television as well.
Oh. Oh my God, what am I like? Oh well, I liked Hacks. It just ended.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Mm.
Got you. Favorite board game?
I don't know if this counts. I don't think this counts as a board game, but I like Scrabble. It's not a board game. That's a cop out, but I like
Yeah,
Scrabble.
well, technically it is because you got to put words on a board. So technically,
I'll take it. Tiles on a board. I'll
yeah,
take it.
Technically, and I like Scrabble too. I get you on that triple word score, girl.
Yep.
I'm big time on that.
Listen, any day.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I love it. Okay. Favorite card game?
Um, I played a lot of blackjack and gin when I was a kid, so I guess one of
Mm,
those.
two of my
But I like
favorites.
cards. I
Two of
like
my
playing
favorites
cards.
for
Yeah,
sure. No question. So I'll throw spades in there too because I love me some spades. Okay, I'm
sure.
with you on that. I'm with you on that. Favorite sandwich?
It's here in New York, Katz's Deli, pastrami on rye.
Okay. Again, with the polar opposite stuff. I love it.
it's, it's the greatest. It's the
I I love it.
greatest.
I'm not like against pastrami. It's just something that, I'm chicken, steak, turkey. That's where.
Sure, sure.
But see, again, that's totally fine, totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. More for me.
Right. If you had a choice
Yeah.
to choose between three people to take with you on vacation, so three plus one totaling four,
hmm
who would you take and where would you go? Now, Emma, before you decide, you could choose family, friends, or celebrities.
I would, oh God, I would take my niece, my 5-year-old
Okay.
niece Samara, my 2-year-old nephew Ben. I'm sure I would regret taking children, but I would take them anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and who's a fourth?
Yep.
I gotta think of a fourth, but last year I went to Italy and I went to this castle and my niece just loved looking at those pictures, so I would take her to Italy and we would go to the castle in her
Well,
princess
listen.
dress.
Well, listen. If you called your mom to clean out a purse, you should definitely take your mom
Oh
to
my god,
Italy.
that is so embarrassing that you found that video. I like forgot about that. I developed amnesia for that video. I can't believe you found
I'm
that.
just saying, Emma. Like, yo, if you willing to do that, you
I
should
still
take
have
mom
that
on a
purse.
vacation. I
I
bet you
still
do.
have that purse.
Listen, I would too.
That's so
I would too.
embarrassing.
I
I
love
can't
it.
believe
That
you
is so
found that.
awesome.
Ugh, that's
If you
so
had a
crazy.
choice
Yeah.
to choose between three songs or three artists to listen to on repeat and never get tired of, who would you choose? Three songs or three artists, and who would they be?
3 songs or 3 artists. I'm really into Otis Redding, so I would do Otis Redding.
No, you not.
Um, what?
No, you not. You ain't
I
really into Otis
love
Redding.
Otis. I love Otis Redding.
Okay,
Otis
hold on.
Redding radio is like I listen to Otis Redding and like Fats Domino on repeat. Um,
Okay, so these arms are mine. You know that.
yeah, I'm my current jam right now. Do you know the song? It's like I can't sing, but it's like fa 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 fa, the sad
Yes, it's
song.
a sad
That's
song.
been
Yes.
that's been on repeat for me.
Okay.
Um,
So
so
this one, there's two songs. And I'll
okay,
let you get to the other two. There's two songs because I'm a huge Otis Redding fan myself. That's why I had to
yeah.
stop you. There- There's two songs that I absolutely love of his. It's called Security.
hmm
Security. Have you know about that song?
I have no idea. I just like been listening, and then I don't. I gotta now look at my. I gotta look at my Spotify now. But no, I've just been really into Otis Redding radio. So whatever's
Okay.
playing on that,
Otis
great.
Redding. Okay. I'm
So
huge into him. Go ahead.
yeah,
That's one.
love. I've been listening to a lot. Did you watch Stranger Things?
Of course.
Okay, so Joe Keery, who played Steve Harrington,
Hmm.
he is a musician and he goes
Yes, he is.
by DJO. Love his music. He has this one song Delete Ya, which is also on repeat.
Yes.
So I think I'd listen to him and then um maybe Foo Fighters. I'm a big fan of Dave Grohl.
The best, the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
got you. Yes, Dave Grohl is definitely he's a good one, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got some great music taste. That's the one
Thank
thing
you
about
so much.
you.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
really do.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
if you had a
Yes.
choice
Yes.
to choose a different genre to produce other than tech and finance, what would that genre be?
Oh, I would move into politics.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Washington. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would do
I love that.
politics, domestic
Okay.
and foreign. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, that's awesome. Favorite alcoholic drink?
Gin. I like what is it? I like what is it called? A French 75.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fancy. You're
Yeah, it's
fancy.
fancy. Yeah, I like gin. I'm
Okay.
a gin drinker and I like an Aperol spritz in the summer.
Oh, wow. That's damn
It's
good.
summer in a glass.
That's damn good. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. If you had a choice to choose a sport to play that you think you could dominate in, what would that sport be?
Okay. Well, I would, to be honest, would like to take tennis lessons, but I like animals, so I feel like I would do well as an equestrian because I really like horses. I think I
Okay.
could do well.
Have you ever
I don't
rode
know
a
what
horse?
that means. Maybe when I was a kid, so no. But I like the idea of brushing a horse. That sounds very like meditative and just
Okay.
brushing a horse. Oh,
I
that
like
sounds
it.
nice.
That sounds nice. They do. Now I gotta ask the opposite though. What
Okay,
is a sport that you would play that you would absolutely suck in?
everything, everything, every sport.
What's the sport? This is the first sport that comes to your mind.
Baseball, football, basketball, soccer, hockey, you name it. I'm not doing it, and I'm not going to be good at it.
Baseball. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Give me
Yes.
I would say your top three books that you've ever read.
Oh. Okay. My favorite book, forever and always, is Matilda by Roald Dahl. That got
Sure.
me into reading.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another book I loved growing up was The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I also love the movie. And then my
Who
other,
don't love that?
yeah, and then my third, and this is actually my favorite movie as well, but The Godfather is just the most incredible book.
I would say the first two was great. Godfather 1 and 2 were amazing. Godfather 3
Yeah,
was
no,
all
no, we
right.
don't talk about the third one. No, we're not. No, no, no. It's just the first two we talk about. The third one doesn't count. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Got you.
But yeah,
Got
The Godfather is my favorite movie and one of my favorite books for sure.
Okay. We on the same page with that one. No doubt.
Nice.
No doubt. Now, last of the rapid fire.
Okay.
Describe Emma in 3 words.
Ambitious,
Okay.
um, funny,
Absolutely. No question.
and good natured.
I would definitely say that. I would
Yeah.
definitely say that. And put an emphasis on the funny. I put quotations around that and parentheses around the funny.
Exclamation point, exclamation point.
No question. Definitely
Nice.
have made me smile. No
Oh,
question on that.
good. Oh,
And
good. Thank you.
this has been such a delightful
This has
conversation with
been
you.
lovely. Thank you so
It,
much.
it really has. And just learning about your why of why you do what you do, learn about your day-to-day operations, learn about you being a native New Yorker, but going to York College of Pennsylvania. Shout out to your mom for liking the Steelers, by the way. That's a good one. No question about that. And I just
Sure.
love the fact of you doing something different because I rarely have tech and finance media people on my podcast, and to be able to get you to articulate and advocate about what you do as far as looking at the stocks and looking at the market and being able to work like that. I can just imagine all kinds of storylines just be coming through like waves and you having to be able to produce it. It almost has me curious though, Emma, that do you ever get questions about the stock market? Like how people say, should I invest in this? Should I invest in that? Like people that come up to you and friends like that?
I always get questions like that. People are also, I should pause and say, are surprised at what it means to work in finance news. I had a friend who, up until recently,
Hmm.
thought that I spent my days looking at a board and saying, the Dow is up, the Dow is down. Like, she had no idea, like, everything else. Like, she just thought I looked all day. So, yes, I'm constantly asked those questions. I will never answer them because that's not my job and that's not my responsibility. And
Right.
um, I think it's an ethics thing. I'm not a CPA. I don't have any certifications that I can tell you how to spend, save,
Right.
or invest in your money. I just report the news.
Same here. I
Yeah.
do get those. I do get those sports questions. Man, what do you
Hmm.
think about such and such, or what do you think about this? And did you talk to like, bro? I can't really talk about that. Can't talk
Right.
about that stuff. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want to talk about it. Like I'm having a cold beverage. I just want to sit here and relax.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
but I have to
I will
ask those type
never
of
dole
questions.
out financial advice. That's just irresponsible for me to do. Not qualified to do that.
I totally understand that, but you are very qualified in the job that you are doing, and you're doing
Thank
such a
you.
wonderful job. I am a new fan of yours. Obviously, I
Thank
want to
you.
see what you do in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
And I want to say again, Emma, thank you for coming on my podcast and being
Thank you
such
so much
a
for having
wonderful,
me.
wonderful guest. My
This has
final
been
question,
lovely.
it has
Yes.
been lovely. It has been lovely. My final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, finance, tech, anything at all before we conclude?
No, this has just been so lovely. It's nice to get to talk about these things with another media person. So thank you so much. This is so lovely.
No, thank you. And like I said, you and I will most certainly be in touch. We will definitely talk offline. I want you to enjoy the rest of your Monday evening and your holiday week. If I don't get
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance to obviously talk to you before Saturday, but I'm sure I will. But
You
you
as well.
take care and you have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Bye.